Hey everybody, Matthew Cooke here, founder and CEO of GTC Golf Academy, and today I'm going to show you how to hit a shot on an uphill slope. This is a common question I get asked in my lessons and from all of my students around the world. They struggle taking their game onto the golf course into different lies. Now we all know that you don't get a flat lie on the golf course, it just never happens. So everyone practicing on the driving range with a perfectly flat lie ultimately is going to end up struggling if they don't have this information. Now the good thing is that you don't have to start changing your swing. Your swing stays the same. There's no changes that we want to make to the swing. What we've got to do is we've got to adapt ourselves, our body, our setup position to the slope so that we can make the same swing and get the best outcome that we possibly can. The key to sloping shots is to understand how the lie is going to affect the ball. Once you do that, then it's just about figuring out the strategy, the club, and the target line. That's really it. So the strategy, we don't need to start thinking about how we're going to change the swing. So what we need to do is understand that uphill, this is a moderate slope. It's not too severe. However, it still is going to impact my shot. So I have a shot into the green here, and typically I would use a 9-iron, but with the 9-iron on an uphill shot, that makes my 9-iron more like a pitching wedge. For this, I'm predicting my 9-iron turns close to a pitching wedge. So what I've done is I've got my 8-iron instead, because my 8-iron is going to give me the sort of result trajectory-wise and distance-wise that I'm looking for, because my 8-iron is now sort of the 9-iron. More loft is going to be presented to the ball at impact, just simply because of the angle that this club is now hitting the ball at. So you've got to understand that first, and the more severe, the more loft is going to be presented at impact, and vice versa on any other different type of lie. The more severe it is, the more impactful the more impact it's going to have. So for us here, moderate slope, 8-iron's now more like a 9-iron, so that's going to give me the right distance for this hole. And then the next thing to do is we've got to stand wider, because gravity is always going to try and pull us down the slope, which is that way on this slope. Gravity is going to try and pull me back, and I want to keep balance. We've always got to stay in balance. So I'm standing a little wider because of that. And then the next thing, and this is how I share my different lies teachings with everybody, and that just to try and keep it really simple. You've got to get your shoulders to match the slope. So in this case, our shoulders have got to go up this way. The left side's going to feel like it's a little higher than the right. That way I'm matching the slope. And so imagine the arc that I'm swinging on. Let's just think of a circle for simplicity. This club that moving around in a circle around my body, if we are not matching the slope, if we're just level, then that arc is going to go into the ground. It's going to get stuck. It's going to dig too deep into it. So by adjusting, we shift this arc, this circle and the arc to where the club meets the ball as it would on a flat lie, normal flat lie, and then continues to go through as it would on a flat lie. Now in this particular instance, because it's uphill, gravity pulling me back this way, I'm going to find it a little harder than usual to shift my weight, shift the pressure from right to left through the shot, because I'm getting pulled back. So it is going to be a little harder to get through the shot. So that's to bear in mind, and because of that, it also might have an impact on the finish. The finish position might be slightly abbreviated, just because of everything trying to kind of pulling me back this way. So, and there is the tendency sometimes for the ball to go a little left, because we get pulled back. The more we get pulled back, the more the club is likely to release and close, sending the ball a little to the left. Whether it's straight left or slightly curving left, that's what it can typically do. So plan for that as well, unless you're consciously trying to hold the face off and that finish position gets even more abbreviated. That's actually what I'm going to do on this one, because there's some trouble left. So I'm going to hold the finish, I'm going to hold the face off a little bit, going to slow the rotation of my hands and forearms down, try to keep the face open, so my finish position is going to be slightly abbreviated just to compensate for that. But the other elements of this wider stance, adapting my shoulders to match the slope, are the complete same, and then the swing's going to be the same, other than me holding off the face and having a slightly abbreviated follow through. And that went what looks to me pretty straight. Good club selection, I'm in a good position. So that's how you can hit a golf ball when you're on an uphill lie. I hope that helps.